It was one of those evenings where the outback just feels still, almost holding its breath. The sun, a giant orange ball, was sinking down toward the horizon, painting the dry earth in hues of gold and red. Out here, the silence is so profound that you can hear a pin drop. But tonight, there was more than silence. There was anticipation. Something big was about to go down. In the heart of this vast, ancient landscape, a clearing served as an arena. On one side, a mob of kangaroos grazed peacefully. They were massive, muscular animals with powerful tails for balance. Their ears twitched, listening intently to the sounds of the outback. On the other side of the clearing stood a lone kangaroo, a majestic male, tall and proud. He was a red kangaroo, the largest of them all, his fur a rich reddish-brown. His presence exuded power and dominance. Suddenly, the tranquility of the evening was shattered. A blood-curdling scream tore through the stillness, echoing across the plains. It was a wild dog, a dingo, lean and hungry, its eyes sharp and intense. It had singled out one of the smaller kangaroos from the mob for its prey. The unsuspecting animal had no idea danger was lurking so close. With lightning-fast reflexes, the dingo closed the distance between them. It lunged, revealing its razor-sharp teeth. The smaller kangaroo, realizing the gravity of the situation, desperately tried to flee, but it was too late. The dingo was upon him. Its powerful jaws clamped tightly around its prey. As the drama unfolded before them, the other kangaroos watched in tense silence. They knew what was happening, but they couldn't intervene. They could only stand by helplessly as the predator made its kill. The larger male kangaroo on the edge of the clearing, though he wouldn't stand idly by. He charged into the fray, his powerful legs carrying him swiftly across the open space. Upon reaching the dingo, he unleashed a mighty kick, connecting squarely with the dog's shoulder. The force of the blow sent the dingo sprawling onto the ground. Reeling from the unexpected attack, the dingo instinctively released its grip on the smaller kangaroo, giving it a chance to escape. Now free from the immediate danger, the smaller kangaroo hopped away to safety, joining the rest of the mob. The male kangaroo faced off against the dingo, who had regained its composure and was now growling fiercely, its hackles raised, ready to defend its hard-earned meal. The two circled each other, sizing up their opponent, each assessing the strength of the other. The male kangaroo, radiating confidence, seemed unfazed by the dingo's aggression. The tension in the air was palpable. The dingo, nimble and quick, darted in and out, trying to evade the kangaroo's reach. Meanwhile, the larger male stood firm, his muscular legs providing a solid base, his powerful tail keeping him balanced as he swayed to anticipate the dog's moves. The fight continued with the dingo attempting to bite the kangaroo's legs, hoping to find a vulnerable spot. But the kangaroo's leathery hide proved to be a tough challenge. Seeing an opening, the dingo went for the kangaroo's hindquarters. But the large male was prepared. With a swift kick, he connected with the dog, sending it flying through the air. As the dust settled, the dingo, shaken but not defeated, regrouped. It knew it couldn't match the kangaroo's strength, but it was agile and tenacious. So it kept coming back for more, attacking from different angles, trying to tire out its formidable opponent. Despite the dingo's relentless attacks, the male kangaroo remained calm and collected. He seemed to enjoy the challenge, meeting each attack with a countermove, keeping the dog at bay. The fight went on, and as the night deepened, the clearing became their battleground. Just when it seemed the fight might never end, the dingo, exhausted and wounded, made a final, desperate lunge. It bit onto the kangaroo's leg, refusing to let go. The male kangaroo, however, had enough. With a Herculean effort, he lifted his leg, flipping the dingo over and trapping it beneath him. For a moment, the two struggled, the dingo snarling and biting, but the kangaroo held firm. Slowly, the dingo's struggles weakened until it lay still, submitting to the overwhelming strength of its opponent. The male kangaroo had won the battle. He let out a triumphant snort, his chest heaving as he surveyed the scene. The dingo, now subdued, whimpered softly, realizing it had met its match. The male kangaroo, victorious but not merciless, allowed the dingo to retreat, sensing that the dog had learned its lesson for the night. As the dingo limped away, the male kangaroo returned to the mob. He had defended the weak and upheld his position as a dominant male. The other kangaroos gathered around him, acknowledging their leader's bravery and strength. Now, you might be wondering why the male kangaroo put himself on the line to help that smaller kangaroo. Well, it's all about respect and hierarchy. In the world of kangaroos, the dominant males are the ones who get to breed with the females, and protecting the weakest members of the mob helps to maintain that status. Plus, helping the underdog is just the right thing to do. So the next time you see a group of friends sticking up for someone weaker than them, remember the courageous male kangaroo who stood up to the dingo. Because true strength comes from protecting those who can't protect themselves. As the night wore on, the red kangaroo continued to stand guard, his presence a reassuring beacon of strength and protection for the mob. His powerful legs were ready for any new threat that might come their way, and his sharp eyes scanned the darkness, never letting their guard down completely. The red kangaroo's bravery had not gone unnoticed. The other members of the mob, especially the females and the young, felt safer with him around. They knew that if any other predators dared to approach, the red kangaroo would be there to defend them. His heroic actions had earned their respect and gratitude. As dawn approached, the sky began to lighten, casting a faint glow over the clearing. The kangaroos, feeling safer with the approaching daylight, gradually dispersed into the vastness of the outback, each member of the mob heading to their favorite grazing grounds. The red kangaroo, his duty done for the night, joined them, his tall form silhouetted against the rising sun. Throughout the day, the kangaroos roamed searching for food, and each hop carried a silent tribute to the red kangaroo's bravery. They would forever remember how he had stood up to the vicious dingo, defending their lives and their young. As evening fell once again, the kangaroos returned to the clearing, their home. The memory of the previous night's events was still fresh in their minds, and when they saw the red kangaroo among them, they couldn't help but feel a surge of pride and admiration. That night, as the stars twinkled above the outback and the moon bathed the clearing in silver light, the kangaroos huddled together. The red kangaroo stood at the edge of the circle, his gaze sweeping over his mob, his heart filled with a sense of responsibility and loyalty. The story of the red kangaroo's bravery spread through the bush, reaching the ears of other mobs, and the news traveled far and wide across the outback. Soon, the red kangaroo became known throughout the land for his courage and strength, and so the legend of the red kangaroo grew, reminding all who heard it of the importance of standing up for what's right, no matter how daunting the challenge may seem. And as the years passed, the red kangaroo continued to protect his mob, each sunset bringing new adventures and challenges that he met with unwavering bravery. And that is the end of our story today. If you enjoyed this story, please don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on any of our future stories. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.